fuck is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Ripple Effect. My name is WatR, and we're gonna have a good time. This is gonna be a short one, I think, because I should already be in bed right now. It's super late, and we just got back from like a little weekend excursion. We went out to Unsta, and we were just chilling. Like it was kind of like going out to the cabin, kind of like just like having a good time, chilling. And cause like I used to work there, and my ex boss is was kind enough to let us stay there for like we were doing a little bit of work for her. So it was really awesome. Me and my girlfriend, we just like celebrated, I guess, prematurely celebration of Valentine's, and just had like a cozy ass time over there. So it was a good time. It was a nice, relaxing time. Like they have like saunas and jacuzzis and stuff over there. So we were just like chilling, living the lazy days, drinking coffees and eating cinnamon buns, and yeah, just having a good ass time. And it was really much needed because like this week has been pretty exhausting. It's been a lot of work every day. I've been working overtime every fucking day as an electrician, and goddamn, that shit's heavy. So, but it's fun though. I like it. It's nice to like even like even with working also like in the evenings. We've been working at home, and also I've been out with like walking lucky. I've been really taking that seriously this week. So I've been really been like fucking on it with like taking her for a little jog. Like we've been jogging, and we've been doing some like calisthenics in the freezing cold in the winter here. Cause there's this little calisthenics park straight out from where I live. Like it's like I suppose a kilometer or something out. Um, just by this like there's these trails that are like lit up, and people go skiing there and stuff. And there's this little calisthenics park which nobody uses in the winter except for me. So I've been running there and then doing some calisthenics, like um, like pull-ups and burpees, and just like body workout stuff like that. And I'm really getting into it. Like I really love that shit. I really feel good when I do a lot of workouts. And yeah, it's just I just feel a lot better when I do workouts. So um, my plan is to just kind of keep doing that, keep like doing more workouts, because I just feel better in my body. I feel sharper, I feel tighter, and I just feel like ready to go at all times. So that's been really good. And yeah, man, the week has been pretty vibey. I feel like getting out of the kind of isolation and like my isolated way of living is probably very good for me. Like I'm hanging around a lot more, people all the time, and I definitely feel like I'm not as awkward as I think I was gonna be, but still, I'm not 100% comfortable, I guess, with like people around me all the fucking time. Like, it kind of goes up and down, though, with with having people around you and stuff like that, and especially like strange people. I don't really know any of these people yet that I'm working with, so it's but I feel like I'm vibing though. I'm kind of just like kind of vibing, kind of going with it, kind of letting go of trying to be anything, and just like doing it and living it and having a good time. And yeah, things are going great. So what actually happened this week? That's the question every fucking time. I haven't really got any time to just sit around and think about what I was going to talk about on this podcast today. And kind of just wanted to get it done right now, but also I was kind of like excited to just like talk about some shit and see what comes up. It's always fun on this podcast, like to see where it just goes. And always end up talking about fucking lots of random things. So, but yeah, we went to Unstad. We went chilling. If you don't know where Unstad is, you should search Unstad Arctic Surf. They have like a really nice surf camp. It's in the Lofoten Islands. There's this it's like a surf camp, and they rent like surf gear, and they make the best cinnamon buns in the world. And they have all of these cabins that you can rent there for a pretty good price, all things considered. And it's like super remote. You feel really kind of like isolated from the rest of the world when you're there, and they have like all these like jacuzzis and spas and really nice place. But yeah, so we went there, and I brought my laptop with me. So like today we kind of just hung around there. We didn't really want to do much, so I just ended up getting onto my laptop, and I found like an old nugget in there that I've been working on in FL Studio on my laptop. And it was this really cool beat, so I just started kind of working on it, trying to get the mix a bit tighter, and I found like some rap vocals that I put on it. I'm just gonna show you guys this little thing real quick. I'm gonna give you a bit of a teaser here. Some shit I've been working on. Just eating some melon right now.
Just vibe one time for your mind. One time for your mind. Bring that raw flavor, head rearrange them and live to the function. Speaker box jumping. Just vibe one time for your mind. We hitting you sublime. Bring that raw flavor, head rearrange them and live to the function. Speaker box jumping.
Wait for it. Heck yeah, so that's what it's called. Speaker box jumping. I just found these vocals on Splice. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them or not, but I was kind of like rapping to myself when I was making this beat, and I kind of wanted to have some kind of raps on top of it. So that was kind of vibey. Maybe I'll do some raps myself. We'll see. It's been a long time since I've done that, but I kind of feel like doing that. So I think that would be cool. And yeah, like working on music has been difficult. I've been doing it every day this week, which I'm really fucking proud of, to be able to actually just do that. But it's really difficult when you get home from work and you're just so exhausted, and you really just want to go to sleep, you know. But you just gotta fucking carry yourself, and you gotta really fucking want it to be able to squeeze out that little time to and actually kind of be productive. Is really fucking difficult. But I've been trying to do it, and I've been getting a bit forward, like in it with some of these projects that I'm working on. But goddamn, it goes so slow when you have a 9 to 5 job. So got to kind of use the weekends. Now this weekend we just kind of like chilled the fuck out. But yeah, next weekend I'm playing a gig again in the on Dig in Leknes, so that's gonna be a good ass fucking time. Last time was kind of wonky. I feel like a lot of people were kind of just like chilling and wanted to like just chill and talk and stuff. I want to try a different approach this time. I want to go more like I want to kind of. I think I'm gonna like start a bit slower and kind of warm people up a bit more gradually. I think last time I maybe stepped on the hard bangers a bit early. I kind of, I don't know, maybe I scared some people off. I don't know. I was just kind of like playing with it, seeing what clicked and what didn't. And I kind of got an idea of what the crowd there is like, especially nowadays. Because like I think now in the wintertime, it's mostly locals, and the local people are usually kind of boring. No offense, but it's just how it is. And I've been there in the summertime, and it's just a lot more action, I feel like, and there's a lot more foreign people that just like go hard. But right now it was kind of slow, to be honest. But there was a shit ton of people though, so I think we should be able to get a vibe going. Um, So I'm excited for that. So I'm gonna work on like a bit more of a proper set list this time. I think I'm gonna work more on getting the actual songs that I think would work in there in beforehand and put them all into like one folder that I can pick out of. Then I'm gonna have like one folder with songs that I know definitely gonna work, and then maybe I'll just like spice it up with some of my own kind of like favorite tracks that are not too heavy, I suppose, because even the guard there or like the guy working there last time told me that I was playing too heavy, and I got to take that criticism, I guess, even though I was kind of like bitter about it, I guess. But I just gotta let that shit go and kind of like take the feedback. So we're gonna try some different approaches, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a good time. I'm really vibing with the '90s house. I can't play it on the podcast, cause I'm gonna get pulled off YouTube or something. But there's this really good '90s house. It's like it was dropped in 2019, but it's like made like as if it was a '90s house track. And I'm gonna see what the title here was. It's called "Got to Be Loved," like "Got" with the two, the number two, "Be Loved" by Soul Reductions. This fucking track, dude, it's so good. It's this one right here, if you can see that. "Got to Be Loved." And these guys, I went into their Spotify profile and I was pretty shocked to see that that's the only song they've ever dropped. Like they haven't put out another song. It's only like the extended mix and that song. And they've just been coasting off of that. They probably started a new project or something, but that's the only song that's on there, and it's got like 5.2 million plays. So I just, that's kind of weird, and that's kind of like wasted potential with that artist. Um, so yeah, that was pretty weird. But yeah, I've been on the lookout for a bit more of that type of vibe, that '90s house vibe. It really is just like, oh, I fucking love it. What would be even better if I found some remixes of like popular songs that are like popping these days in that kind of style. I think that would be pretty amazing. Um, but yeah, I should probably turn up the mic here a little bit. Hold on. Maybe that's a bit better. Hey. Hey. Yep. Okay. Whatever. I'm trying to get better at having the volume more like flat throughout the thing. Um, but yeah, um, we got new we got a new fridge and a new dishwasher. That's pretty exciting. Things are starting to happen. We just replaced the window and other windows. Now we replaced two windows and one door in the when we were renovating. I filmed a bunch of like videos of when we started out the process and stuff like that, but I wiped my phone, so I think I maybe wiped all of those pictures because I don't know if they was actually I don't think they was saved to the drive. So I think actually I wiped a lot of those photos out. So I'm gonna have to start like now. So you're not gonna see like from before unless we're probably gonna find something though. But I wanted to make like a video from the whole like renovation process. I think that's gonna be pretty cool to be able to see how it looked before and after. Because yeah, it's starting to happen. Like things are going down, and I don't know when we're gonna be finished. Hopefully we'll have the kitchen in by like March, and that's just under a month. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how fast we can get there. Um, but yeah, I feel like it's probably gonna be one of those things where you like work slowly until you kind of like approach the date where you thought you should be finished, and like fuck, we gotta move quickly now. It's gonna be like you're gonna take major leaps when it's starting to get close to the day. It happens fucking every time with every project ever. But yeah. Um. Also, yeah. What else, man? Let's see. Yeah, I've been kind of like slacking off on like playing piano and playing guitar and stuff like that. I feel like kind of like it's very difficult to the balance life with like work, and then it's work after work, with like the renovation process, and also like trying to produce. I'm working on my own project, but I'm also working on other people's music projects, a little bit. And fuck, man, it's just so many things to keep track of and to like spread out your hours on, and it's so hard to like, cause when I'm like working in on my track, I want to get focused in on that, and to get focused in on it, it takes some time, and it takes like sometimes it can take 10 minutes, sometimes it can take an hour before I'm like really zoning in on something. And once I'm zoned in, I just really want to keep going, you know what I mean? But like when you come home from work and you got like maybe 1 hour to work on something, like it's so hard to like, you can't really use that hour for like practicing piano and then producing and then playing some guitar or whatever. Like it's so difficult to spread that 1 hour on things you want to do. You gotta have like, fuck, man, you gotta have more time. I think that the better way would probably be to like say it's Monday is piano day, and then Tuesday is production day, Wednesday is guitar day, and so on. But I feel like that's just gonna be too little production. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult to like find. I feel it's hard to know what to focus on. You know, it's hard to know what's the right approach to doing things. But I feel like the right approach is probably just doing whatever you feel most inspired to do, and then because I feel like that's gonna be production almost every time, and just like really zone in on that and kind of just like forget about the piano and guitar thing for a while and just like go hard at it, just produce tracks, get out as many tracks as possible so that I just have like a big repertoire of tracks. I think that's actually the way. I'm kind of like thinking out loud right now too, like what am I gonna do? Because I feel like it's just maybe sometimes I feel like the guitar and piano thing is really that like just like a break too though. Like it's a nice break from producing. It's just like something else to do, but it kind of feels productive, but it's just like a break from the exhaustion of producing tracks too. Like I feel like being creative or like coming up with creative ideas and stuff like that is really taxing. You know, it really is a muscle that, you know, it needs to be flexed a lot, and it needs to be like trained a lot. And I feel like whenever I go like 1 or 2 weeks without producing something, I just get so stale. I just get so like slow and rigid. So yeah, I suppose that's gonna be the way though. Produce every fucking day and just make something. I feel like that's it's a difficult balance too, to like balance finishing tracks versus just starting a bunch of tracks, because like it's really good for you to start tracks, but it's also really good to finish them. And you know, finishing a track obviously takes a lot more time than to just like start some kind of loop. But you need that kind of like, I feel like you need to have that kind of um ongoing kind of starting new tracks all the time, because like that keeps your energy, it keeps your creative force just kind of flowing, like you just getting new ideas fucking fast. And that also helps you with finishing, because then you can like come up with ideas for like if you need a new verse or a new fucking part of the track, whatever, a second drop, or do something creative switching you can kind of like see what's gonna work more easily, and you just get those ideas there in fast. But yeah, that's something I think I'm gonna something I really got to focus on. I think it's like getting stuff done fast, because the faster you can do things, just the better, you know. And you know, especially with this limited time that I got right now, it's just like if I can get in, if I can make like if I can make more stuff in less time, then obviously that's going to be good. As long as it's not a rush thing where it just like feels rushed, but you know, you can work on ideas for as long as you want, as long as you have like the basic arrangement down. I feel like that's like a muscle that you can train to, is just like working fast and creating arrangements. Because one of the like pitfalls you can fall into, I think, when producing is like falling into the habit of starting to tweak every little nuance of a sound that you're working on to get it just right. And that's where I fall into that so many times, where I'm just like fixating on this one sound that's just like, you know, a millisecond of the track, which nobody really hears, but like it's part of the wholeness of the track, and it needs to be worked on to get the track sounding finished. But I guess my struggle is to differentiate when the good time is to do that, and when it's time to just like work on the arrangement and the wholeness of the track, you know, take that perspective out and look at the whole thing. And that's what's amazing about these good producers that are able to make sick tracks in short time. It's just like the ability to zone out, see the whole picture whilst working on the small details, you know. I've like, once you master that, then you know you're gonna fucking be next level. Once you're able to like work on the details, but like still see the whole picture and kind of work fast towards the whole thing of the track. Like, yeah, that's what it's all about. Uh, yeah, I sat for a long time in the sauna today. That was so fucking nice, man. I fucking love saunas. They're so good, man. This feels so good, and it's just like it was like a storm out there today, and so I just sat in the sauna, and I just went out in the storm, and I was like, you know, throwing frisbee with Lucky in the middle of the storm. It was like raining, and I took like a ice cold shower, and then I went out into the freezing winds. So I was just like cold to my core. But kind of like I have this practice. I'm doing this cold shower challenge. I've been doing it for like 3 years or something, where I'm just like in the shower. First thing in the morning, I get into like the cold shower, and I just kind of stand there in the cold shower and um, try to relax, basically. Try to just chill the fuck out in the cold shower. And I was doing this. I took a cold ass shower, and I was standing out in the cold wind, just like embracing the sensations. And then going into the sauna, man, it's just so nice to get that cold, dude, and get into the sauna. It's just like amazing. You can just sit there for, I don't know how long I was in there, but it was quite some time. And it was super hot in there, and I just feel like I'm just sweating out all the toxins, you know. It just feels so good, and I just want a sauna now. It would be really nice to have a sauna at home. Like, there's a lot of people up here that actually have saunas and stuff in their yard. They have like this, it's like a cylinder shaped sauna. And I don't know who makes them. I think there's some company who makes them, and people are just buying these saunas that you can. It's like wood fired saunas that you can just put out in wherever. So yeah, maybe if we can afford that someday, that would be cool. Or maybe build one. I don't know. But I would love to have one. I think it's really good for you. Um, especially out here, which is so cold. You know, like getting that fucking proper heat into your body. You know, Joe Rogan talks about it all the time with the saunas. He does like I think he does like some cold shower stuff as well. But he does like the deprivation tank too, which is interesting. I actually tried that one time, and Joe Rogan always advertised. He recommended to take like pot brownness and then get into the deprivation tank, but I don't know if that's a good idea, man. To take fucking edible marijuana and get into that. I think I would fucking I don't know. I would melt into the. I would probably die. Tried edible marijuana a couple times, and I've always. It's a different fucking game, man. Like it hits you fucking different, man. It's just like it fucks you up, and yeah. I stopped fucking with marijuana a long time ago, but yeah, when I was doing it, I tried edible marijuana. Edible marijuana is just like you just get so spaced out of your mind. You don't even know where the fuck you are. You just like you're sitting there, kind of waiting for it to kick in. You know, like sober, like a fucking rock, and then suddenly out of fucking nowhere, you're just like balls deep into a bag of Cheetos. Like your face is just fucking all yellow from the Cheetos, and you're just like watching some guy, um, talking about being safe around ladders or something on YouTube. You're just you're just like you don't know what the fuck you're doing, man. You're just in this dopamine, dopamine chasing mindset of just like stuffing your face, and I don't know. It was just so wild, man. These fucking edibles, man. I just got it. It was I don't even remember anything of it. It was just like a big ass brain fart, to be honest. And I remember actually we hosted this festival, and I made these pot brownies, and I think they was actually super strong. And at the time, I was smart enough not to take them, but a lot of my friends did take them. And at this party, it was pretty early in the party. There was like a row of beach chairs, and all the guys who did the edibles were just like sleeping on the beach chairs. It's not a party drug at all. I don't even know why we brought them to the party, but you know, we were fucking dumb kids. Um, but but yeah, so Joe Rogan is taking those and then going into the deprivation tank. And I kind of fucked with the idea a little bit. I wanted to do it, but the thing is that the deprivation tank, you have to go to a public place like a spa to go into there. And I would have to drive to get there, or I would have to get somebody to drive me, which would be just like fucking a hassle. And I don't know. I was not really too keen on going through that process. But like if you have one at home like fucking Joe Rogan does, then I guess suppose that's a bit easier. But yeah. Um but yeah, that's just but I did try a deprivation tank though. I tried it at this place. And it was interesting, dude. It was like I struggled to get into a super meditative state at the time because at the time my mind was very racy, and it still is. I feel like it's been really racy lately too. It's been a lot of changes in my life and stuff like that. So it's been a lot in my head. But um, do I have my speakers on too? Fuck, I forgot to take down the speakers. But yeah, I feel like it was nice. I did 1 hour, I think, and then I took after that I did a double hour, and I think 1 hour is actually 45 minutes. So did like 90 minutes, which was it was interesting. But the thing is though, this deprivation tank, the location of the spa was right next to like a aqua land, like a swimming hall with like they have like pools and shit. So it was a lot of noise actually from that area. Even though I was wearing like the earplugs, I think I was actually having some ambient music in the background just to kind of try and mitigate a lot of that sound, but I still could hear like kicking against that wall and stuff sometimes. So that kind of like took the I feel like it took a little bit out of the experience. But I would definitely want to try that again, dude. And cuz like I've been that was before I got into meditation, and I think after doing a lot of meditation and getting more into that, I feel like I could probably benefit a bit more from it. So I would definitely love to try that. But one thing I have been doing though, which you can actually see a bit of it on this YouTube channel, I did like a sensory deprivation challenge, which is essentially just removing the senses without a deprivation tank. You just at home, it's like 4 hour challenge. The first hour you remove your sight, your eyesight, and then just put something over your eyes. You go for an hour without eyesight, and then the second hour remove your hearing. Then third hour you remove your smell, your sense of your touch, smell, I think, or maybe it was just touch. I'm not sure. And then the last hour you remove everything. So no hearing, no seeing, no smelling, no touching. So you put like you put big ass mittens and gloves and stuff over your hands and over your feet, so you can't really feel that much. You put like hearing like earplugs with like stuff over so you can't hear anything. You put like the thing over your eyes and stuff up your nose so you can't smell. And you just sit there for an hour, basically just like feeling what it feels like to be you. And it's very eye-opening. No pun intended, but it's very like interesting to see what happens when you're just chilling with yourself for an hour like that. Like it's something very rarely a person would do. Like we always tend to just distract ourselves with whatever, and that's just kind of normal. So it was really eye opening to me, and I feel like I got a sense of calmness. Like after it, I was more comfortable with myself, and that sensation quickly faded. Like so, I think doing that on a regular basis would actually be really beneficial. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, I should try that. Also, fasting is really, really fucking interesting. Been fucking a little bit with that too. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now. It's been over half an hour already. I gotta get to bed. I'm just gonna tease another track for you guys. This is a track that I remixed Virtual Riot's track "Not Alone." I think it's called "We're Not Alone." I didn't really remix his track or intentionally. I just made a dubstep track and I put those vocals on just to have some vocals. And I think I'm not gonna use those vocals. So this is something I gotta work on. I gotta find some vocals for this. Either make them myself or find something, but I'm not sure. But yeah, let me know what you think of this, guys. I hope I don't get pulled off YouTube for that because of the vocals. We'll see. I didn't really think about that. Hopefully it doesn't get pulled up. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.